let's forge ahead. We have a lot of things to talk about. You were telling us about your involvement in the National Assembly. You rose through the ranks, starting with being the NAM for Serekunda East. During the 20 years of APRC, what are some of those successful success stories you can tell us? Your National Assembly was seen as or called as a rubber stamp National Assembly. It was looked at as a rubber stamp National Assembly by a lot of people. What do you say to that allegation?
I don't know when you say by a lot of people. Before you can assume or believe that an assembly is a rubber stamp assembly, you go to see and know how it functions. But most of those who will say that it's a rubber stamp.
These are things that I don't think this is the first time you are hearing this.
I hear it. What I'm now, a fair comment, I always hear it from people. But what I'm saying is, before you can comment and say that an assembly is a rubber stamp assembly, you must know the operations, and you go to the assembly to see operations. Because I just want to give you an insight, and I am sure those technicians who pass through the assembly would know that it was never a rubber stamp assembly. Honestly, I'm telling you. The difference here is why people call it a rubber stamp. When a bill comes to Parliament, usually you have 3, 4 very little arguments over it, and the bill is passed. But what people fail to know is that in the assembly, for us as APRC and me as leader of the APRC group, before any bill comes to be tabled in Parliament, it comes through the APRC caucus, where the minister responsible and his technicians come to meet the APRC, what we call in-house cleansing. Ask the ministers and some of the technicians, it is number two hell. I'm telling you. People are open to be critical, to look at it, to remove, to defend, whatever. To look at it, and whatever we finally agree on, that bill has to be amended to look that way, and then it be brought to Parliament. So those amendments, those critics, those inputs are not known. People have not seen the assembly arguing over it. But the ministers and the technicians know what they went through. So, if you are sitting outside...
But then that's what is important. I live in America and I follow American politics, and I know about the party purpose that you are talking about and how effective it can be. But at the end of the day, when it gets there, that's what people will say. Because all they see is, okay, a bill is brought, the debate, there's no much debate over it, and okay, we vote. All APRC vote in favor of it. You have the very few minority, and you guys have like almost a great majority in the House. As a result, it ends up passing.
Yeah.
It's called a rubber stamp. Especially, there were times that some bills were very critical. And basically probably did not represent the interest of the people, and you guys voted in favor of those bills.
Yeah, that's the assumption of those who are in disagreement with the bill. They will always assume that the vast majority of Gambians are not in support. There are no statistics, no survey, but they will say that the vast majority of the people are not in support. And we are elected, and we go back to the people, to the electors.
Even if it is not the vast, but even if it is not the vast majority, your 20-some years of being, however many years you did at the assembly, was there any time, for example, that government brought in their budget and you rejected it?
We have returned bills upon bills, agreements upon agreements. Even the last agreement we had, they signed with the United States of America.
Give us example.
The last agreement with this fishing agreement with the United States of America, it was ratified by the cabinet and they brought to Parliament. Looking at the agreement, we have found out that the two countries were not treated equally. What the security forces or what can do in the waters of the Gambia against ships, Gambian security forces cannot do equally. We engaged government and we threw it back. We said we are not going to ratify this agreement. I remember 2 American ambassadors met me and the speaker, and we said, look, America may be bigger than the Gambia. You are more powerful. You have more resources, but we should be treated equally when we come to bilateral agreements. We cannot be secondary. What is good for the goose, it should be good for the gander. We are not against it. It's only that we ask government to put in the necessary amendments and then bring it back. So things of those things do happen. Let me tell you one thing. I want to assure you of one thing. Billahi, there were almost nil interference in the affairs of Parliament. Like somebody would tell you, go and do this, pressurize you to do this.
Give us order.
No.
Give us order bills. If we come to that.
No, I have not been. I can assure you. What I can assure you is, a lot of bills have been pushed away. A lot of budget these things have been slowed down, and amendments done on the floor of Parliament. Even after the caucus, a lot of things have happened in Parliament. The interesting thing is people don't come to Parliament. They don't see and they want to comment. But a lot of things happen in Parliament.
Well, even if people saw like right now they has access to the Parliament to take the proceedings live, and people are able to watch it and see.
And the people. No, during our time, my brother, during our time we had online radios even were invited to come and get the proceedings. Online radios.